How is Japan fit? Japanese cuisine offers an abundance of gastronomical delights, with a boundless variety of regional and seasonal dishes. Restaurants in Japan range from mobile food stands to centuries-old ryote, atmospheric drinking places, seasonally erected terraces over rivers, cheap chain shops, and unique themed restaurants about ninja and robots. Many restaurants are specialized in a single type of dish, while others offer a variety of dishes. Because of its geographical location, seafood is always present, and fish and shellfish are part of their daily meals. On any given day, you'll see them eating vegetable soup, a little rice, and some fish every day.
Early Japanese culture was heavily influenced by China. During the Edo era, Japan exercised a strict isolationist policy, closing its doors to all relationships with the outside world. This cultivated a distinct Japanese culture.
After the fall of that era in 1868, Japan reversed this practice, adopting cultural practices from all over the world and mixing them with what was established during the Edo era. Over the years, Western culture has influenced all aspects of Japanese culture, including art, lifestyle, and food.
Japan is the third largest economy in the world by volume of GDP. Its public debt in 2020 was 11,437,715 million euros. It is the second country by volume of debt, with a debt of 259.43% of GDP, and according to this parameter is the most indebted country in the world. Its per capita debt is 19,588 euros per inhabitant, and the Japanese are the second most indebted in the world.
Japan is a very renowned country for a lot of things. It's been the center of the world for quite some time. One of the things people talk about the most is about how beautiful Japan is, making it a very touristic place to visit. Some of the most touristic places in Japan are Mount Fuji, the most recognizable landmark in Japan, a beautiful mountain that can be seen even from Tokyo. Imperial Tokyo, one of Tokyo's most recognizable landmarks, even though a big part of it is closed to the public, you can still have plenty to see. The island shrine of Itsukishima, Miyajima. Just a short ferry ride from mainland Hiroshima in the island of Miyajima. Miyajima is best known as the home of Itsukishima Shrine, a Shinto temple dedicated to the princess daughters of the wind god Susanoo. It's so well made that it looks like you walk on water. Fukuoka Castle ruins and the City Ancients Festival. The ruins of the once-grand Fukuoka Castle, built in the early 1600s, punctuate the middle of Maizuru Park. Agashima Monkey Park, Kyoto. Located in the Agashima section of Kyoto, the Agashima Monkey Park is one of the best things to do both in Kyoto as well in Japan overall. A short hike up a forest-covered mountain opens up a sweeping views over the city, as well as a troop of more than 120 Japanese macaque monkeys.
For a natural start, we mentioned that Japan is really an interesting country. By that said, though, we can assure that Japan has its own differences which makes the country special, and I will tell you some of them. Firstly, did you know that unlike the rest of the world, Japan always has its streets clean? Streets in Japan are immaculate even in Tokyo, the capital, and a massive megacity. All streets are spotless and litter-free. A creepy thing about Japan is that it has its own suicide forest, called the perfect place to die. The Aokigahara forest has the unfortunate distinction of being the world's second most popular place to take one's life. Also, animated Japanese films, like anime, account for 60% of the world's animation-based entertainment. It's so successful there are almost 130 voice acting schools in the country. Lastly, some random facts are they use more paper for comics than for toilet paper, and that is considered inappropriate to blow your nose in public.
How many languages are spoken in Japan? Today, there are three major distinct languages spoken by people in Japan. Those are the Standard Japanese, also called Nihongo by the Japanese people themselves, the Ryukyuan languages, and the Okinawan languages. In addition, there is the Ainu language, which is spoken by only a handful of people and can go extinct if it's not preserved within the next 10 years or so. Nihongo, the standard Japanese language, is currently spoken by nearly 99% of the Japanese population, while the other language groups account for up to 1 million speakers each. Ryukyuan. Ryukyuan language is spoken predominantly on Ryukyuan Islands. The word Ryukyuan can be translated simple as Iceland, so the Japanese term Ryukyuan can be translated as Iceland speech. Okinawan. Okinawan languages are a bigger group of Japanese dialects and are spoken mostly on the Okinawan island, which are inhabited by nearly 1 million native Okinawan speakers.